Forget to put the oh, good grief. Bear with me. You're going to go on a space trip here. Oh, good grief. I have to get my tripod out. I don't know how many times I do that. Oh, goodness. There we go. All right. We're going to start a new painting today. Go on, focus, focus, focus. Come on. There we go. Oh, no, I didn't do it. Okay, it seems a little blurry. Probably because I had to move it around. There we go. There we go. Okay, doke. So I'm going to do another Portland series painting today. I, set that science fiction aside. We'll get back on there. We'll probably have that one close to finish on Saturday. So, but I think it's a good idea to kind of break things up just a little bit. So I'm going to squeeze out some more Prussian blue, like standard base coat, it seems like. It's going to be Portland at night. There we go. Squeeze out. Like I said, I'm trying to discipline myself from wasting paint, especially with the prices going up so fast on things. I hate to waste it, Oh, so let me get my sponge. I think I could use this sponge. Just reuse this one. Yeah, you betcha. We're going to spray down the canvas. There we go. Hang that there, and we're just going to start in. Stick that sponge down there in the water, squeeze that excess out. There we go. And I have found this has just worked for me. Some people have all different ways of doing things. That's fine. We're going to add a little more. Actually, I'm going to add the unpronounceable blue. Hopefully, it's right here on top. But of course not. Buried somewhere in here. Oh, I saw somebody had a really organized way of storing their paint. I said, oh, I'm too lazy to do that. I know myself. Kind of cool though. Okay, there we go. And that unpronounceable blue. More of a sky blue for me at night. At least I think so. There we go. There we are. Oh, good doke. I'm going to put that building in there. And that comes over about not quite halfway. Okay. Turn on the light here. Building right behind here, and that's the high-low, or that's is that the right name for it? I think high-low, yeah. They refurbished a really cool old building, and this is I think it was either Hilton or Marriott that did that, and I thought that was kind of cool that they did that. I always love seeing old buildings saved, but this is a food cart thing at night, and I really wanted to do one at night, so we will kind of sketch all this in here. Got our actually they need to come up like that. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. That's the crosswalk here. Where I was standing was right across the street, right about ready to cross the street there. And that's where I'm standing. Oh man, hold it. We're gonna put that in there. Person hole, I think that's what we should call it. And so we're gonna our horizon line's about dead center here. This has I took this picture probably about 2 or 3 years ago. I think I was out and about. Hey Billy, how you doing? Not doing the science fiction one tonight. Today I'm started a new Portland scene here. I'll get that one. I'll be back on that one. But these are our food carts. We call them carts. They're actually trailers. I don't know where they came up with cart, but they did. That's what they are. Excellent food. I'll tell you what, that's some of the best food. And what's so sad is when you start seeing these disappear, especially during this pandemic, I was really hard on them. Well, the problem is a lot of their business comes from lunch crowds or people working downtown. Yeah. Well, that's cool. This was obviously taken in November, so we're gonna have the perma wet here. So what we are, perma wet. Okay, I'm just looking at my photograph and seeing how everything fits in here. I got my original over here on my other screen, so I'm taking a look at it at the same time. So that's actually, it's amazing on perspective too. Just being off by a fraction sometimes can make a big difference. And so we're gonna actually move that cart up. It makes all the difference in the world sometimes. Something I've learned is it is important to get it right. Doesn't have to be super, but there's certain points that have to be done right, because otherwise you'll have this, like you're looking down on it versus looking right at it. Okay, and there's our point here, our vanishing point. So these all go down to that and come up to it. There we go. And they're like flimsy little carts. They're just kind of funny. Good food, though. I'll tell you what, some of the best food comes out of them. I've had some of the best Thai food. And there's this one that makes an amazing wonton soup. And, oh, man, the line right away until he runs out. We have our share of characters on the streets here in Portland. Oh, boy. Most of them are harmless, but every once in a while you kind of got to keep an eye on one of them, you know. So we're going to have cars all parked in here. And there's trees go all over the place here. And this was definitely November. The leaves are off. Might even been later. Who knows? But there's always people. I remember coming out of a bar, you know, and you're hungry and was willing to just got to kind of wing it in here. That needs to be down, actually. Like I said, I got to get this right. There we go. You almost feel like you're in when you are in these areas, like if you're in someplace in Asia, you know. Yeah, it's an excellent wonton soup. It's just woof. And then a whole bunch. There's some of them have made it so well that they end up owning restaurants, you know. But that was what was so sad seeing with this pandemic and stuff like that, how hard it was on these people, you know. It was just like, oh, hoping someone would survive, and you just felt so bad for them. You know, that's a lot of work. And owning a business is a lot of work. I always admire anybody who has the guts to do that. You know, I sure don't. That's for sure. I mean, I guess the art is kind of a business, you know, but this is definitely not how I make my living. I like to eat. Yeah. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, what I do is I this is based off of a photograph that I've done, and what I do is I kind of look at how it's sitting in there and all that type of stuff, you know, and so that's what I'm doing. I have a photograph that what I do is I print out a photograph, but then I have the color version on my computer screen over here, or my laptop screen, and so I can kind of get the colors and all that type of stuff. But that's how I do it. I just kind of feel my way through it here. I have found doing this free form has actually worked a lot better for me. It keeps it loose instead of you know, it's so easy to get caught up where you have to have an absolute picture perfect image, and it's like, no, you don't, you know. Keep it loose. That's what I tell myself. Keep it loose. Okay, I think that one's actually going up like this, and you'll hear me go back and forth. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's sad. Yeah, people that didn't say it was real, I got news for them. It is. You know, it's and we're not 100% done with it yet. You know, that's what's so scary. Yeah, I mean, I remember reading articles that emergency room nurses said that the day the person passed away of it, they refused to believe that it was real. I should say it was so sad. Get these all in here. Okay, it's like several of them down here, so we're just kind of winging this right now. Add a little bit of yellow here. That's sad. Yeah. What did they do with my rag? Ah. There you go. Tabby yellow. Yellow is a very strong color. You have to be kind of careful how much you use of it. Yeah. We'll clean this up. I'm just basically getting it in here. Then we have the other building here, and it comes up to about here. That other building, a high-low building. I think that's what they call it, the high-low. Yeah. Old building, but they refurbished it. I should get inside that thing. It used to be kind of dilapidated for a long time, and then I think it's the Marriott that took over it. Did a good job of refurbishing it. That's for sure. It has one of those with all the cornices and all little figures and stuff like that. It's kind of a cool building. I can only imagine what it was like for the hotel industry. Ah, having to, yeah, you can see me looking over here. Yeah, this building is about there. That's about right. And that is about halfway through. Okay, so I got that right. Yep. And this is over about here. Okay, doke. Like I said, it really matters where your start point is and your stop points, and that makes a difference. That really does. And then we got trees that are all down this thing, so we're going to get those trees in there. But they're minus their leaves, so that tells me it's got to be late November, probably when I took this picture. Yeah. Okay. Get some yellow ochre out here. There we go. Start getting this in here. We got perma-wet here, which well, we're still a ways from perma-wet. September tends to be fairly dry here in Portland, but not always. Not always. I've seen September suddenly come in with the rains, but I have also seen very dry and warm Septembers. A lot of times our September is actually a lot of times that's my favorite month here. And sometimes our Octobers can be nice, but October is notorious for changing rapidly on us. It'll go from a warm first week of October and below freezing by the time you get to the end of October. That's when you have your first frost. You know, get the little kids all wet and cold. A lot of kids last year. I like handing out candy to the little kids. Okay, I gotta look at this. They're like slapped together shacks, you know, for lack of a better way of putting them. Yeah, we've been having a lot of heat. I'm sure we haven't had the humidity like you have, but we've been having a lot of heat. It's been a very hot summer for us. Okay, let's see how to get this right. Just a tad bit of red. Go. Yeah, kind of wish this was. Sometimes I wish I had a color printer, but God, the ink on color printers are just incredibly expensive. I tell you what, that's some of the best food. I forget what Alice Cheney. She was in West Wing and she's been in a lot of different movies and stuff like that. I actually ran into her on the sidewalk one time. She was there on her cell phone, and then she stopped me and she says, "Is there any good food around? Where can I get some good food?" And she was right across the street from all those food carts. And I told her, I said, "Well, these food carts are famous for very good food." And she, "Oh, I don't know about that." And then it was funny, but she had to get back on the phone with whoever she was talking to. Gosh, she's tall. She is really tall. I'm not a very tall person. I'm about 5'9", so she just towered over me. And it was funny because then her husband came over and he says, "Let's talk about those food carts." Because I think he thought she was kind of rude to me. She wasn't. She was just busy, There was no problem. But I thought that was. He said, let's talk about those food carts. Let me. I'll get her to have some of that. I said, all right, thank you. I said, thanks for your help. Yeah. But it was so funny when I was looking at her. I said, where the hell have I seen you from? Then it dawned on me who she was. It was like, God, she must have been filming something there in downtown Portland. It was funny. I remember one time sitting outdoors eating at this place called South Park Seafood. It's really good seafood there. They're famous for they have that building with the fish that's through the corner of it. But I don't know if you've seen that. But it was funny because I was sitting next to the gal that played. She played the psychiatrist in the Sopranos. She must have been in town for something or another. I'm gonna put this in here. There's a big electrical box sitting here, so we're gonna put that in there too. Yeah, I have found doing these street paintings is go ahead and put all the flaws in. Don't take out that because that doesn't look good. No, it needs to be in there. It's like this will be the crosswalk sign. You got to put all that in there. That's what I'm finding out with this Portland stuff that I've been doing. We're gonna have these are always lit up. They always have their signs and stuff like that. So, and this is at night, so we're going to be able to get all that reflection going on. Kind of excited. I think this is going to be a good painting. It has a good feel to it. I don't know about you, Billy, but that's how it is with me. Is that if it starts having a good feel right away, you've got it. I've had some, as you know, I've struggled. You've watched me struggle with them. I think we're going to get this right. We'll have a lot of people standing out waiting for their food. It always smells so good along there too. It really does. Yeah, I love French dip. There was a restaurant that opened up across from that bar that I show my artwork in. It was lousy. I was so disappointed, and nothing in that particular building has ever survived. I don't know. They're just like cursed. Yeah, but I was like, if you're going to do French dip, you've got to have the best French dip there is. And the bread was mushy and everything. It's just like But I like a good French dip. I haven't had a good French dip in a long time. So we're going to do this. Yeah. He should have had like the best. You know what I would like to do if I ever had to open up a food cart? I would have, and that's all I would serve. That's the only thing I'd serve. Is in Germany, where I was stationed, they had the best French fries. They called them pommes frites. They were the best French fries, period. I mean, and then I actually had some in Amsterdam. I went to Amsterdam on a vacation one time and found one of those their carts. Oh my God, it was so funny. My friend was, because I've never had French fries this good. I said, I know. And I said, you could have that's why I'm so disappointed when I go to a restaurant. We have the best pommes frites. They even call them pommes frites. And every time I said, well, give my thanks to Orida, but it's I think if all you did was serve those French fries, that's it, nothing else, except for you'd have a choice of different sauces to dip it in. And they always use mayonnaise, which was actually very good. I know everybody goes, ugh. No, I said, no, it's, trust me, it's really good. Their mayonnaise is better than ours. So, but yeah, I think I could actually make it go. But I think I could actually have a line around the block. That's all they did. You get yourself a big thing of fries, and you've got it. Call it the fry cart. I think what it is, they somebody told me what it is they do is that instead of deep frying it, they actually deep fried in butter. There's a lot of butter, and I'm sure they're probably about a heart attack and a half on, but God, they were good. Oh my God. I miss those. Well, we're just kind of working our way through this here. You're probably like, well, I can't even understand what he's doing. We will once we start getting the lights put in place and everything. There's another one sitting up here. It's going down. What is they're trailers, and you'll have their lid open up, and then they have a lid that opens down, and a lot of times they'll have that lid so you could actually, that's where they get the food out to you. And it's just the only criticism I have of the food cars. I wish there was like more tables in the area so you could go and eat it. That was always the problem. Imagine I had a gyro sandwich that ended up all over inside my car. I took a while cleaning that out. Yes, I thought, and what's so cool about them is they're mom paws. They're not McDonald's. And the sad thing is so I have no doubt in my mind if McDonald's decided to have a McCart, you'd have all these people line up for McDonald's. And I said, no, these people have the best burritos I've ever had. It's actually out of one of these too. It's just absolutely amazing. I've never had a burrito that good before. It was obviously a Mexican family that owned it, and it was good. Man, it was good. That's getting me in the mood to go downtown and hit the carts again. I haven't done that, but they have some what they call pods. They have pods now, and they put them all in one location, and a lot of them will even sell beer and everything else, and they have sitting areas, so it's kind of nice. Some of the best barbecue I've ever had was come out of one of these carts. Getting them all in here. Okay. Well, it's Merrick's birthday today. I'm going to have to wish him a happy birthday. Needs to be a little more like that. There we go. Man, I got to take a look at this. We're going to have all these lights, traffic lights and everything else going down here. Take my glasses off and take a good close look at this. Actually need to. Oh, come on. Why did it do that? Urgh. I have to look here. Okay. Starts here. These are buildings across the street here. This would be, if you're familiar with Portland at all, this is 3rd and this is Harvey Milk. All right. Cross street here would be Oh, that would be Harvey Milk. That's not Harvey Milk. That's going to be, I think oak. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know. You hear my floor squeak here. Okay, so we're going to come in here with a big brush. Whoa, couldn't help myself. Sorry, got excited again. Bum, bum, ba-doo, bum, bum. Keep looking here. That's what. Just bear with me. That needs to be up further. A lot of times when I do one episode, I'll bring back up that photograph that I have, and then really study it. We're just getting the initial shapes in here right now. I have a possibility of being in a new bar, in addition to Scandal. So I have a meeting with them. So I'm kind of crossing my fingers because I don't like being totally dependent on just one place, you know. Just kind of winging that in there. There we go. Yeah, it's always sad that Anthony Bourdain is gone. You know, I used to love watching some of his programs, going in and out of some of these cool places, you know. You always, it's just so sad, you know, and he was well liked by his camera crew and everybody who worked with him. And I think that's what's so sad. It'd be kind of a cool. I wonder though, those type of jobs, you think that'd be so cool to be able to travel around like that. I wonder if you just are so exhausted too, you know, constantly on the move. Have all these signs in here. Yeah, we're gonna get this. Getting at least the shapes all put in here. That's the big thing right now. I'll work on this throughout this week. I have, like, for a show, I have at least 30 paintings, but you'd be surprised how fast that can change on you, you know. And it's always good to have a good amount of paintings available. So that's why you see me. And I'll tell you what, doing these shows has really helped. Got all these trees here. We're gonna get those all in there, all the way down this. The cars parked all the way down here. Okay. Supposed to get up to almost 90 degrees here today. So it'll be a hot day again. Got about several hot days in a row, and then Looks like it's a bit of a cool off. Though the big things in later here, at least here in Portland, the later you get in August, the longer the nights are. So guess what? That means the temperature starts coming down. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I have a new phone and it has all these different noises on there, and I'm not sure if it's a message coming in, an email coming in, or what. All these trees, we're going to get all that in here, but need to get, I think I'm going to work on those windows a little more. Okay. Rinse, 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 rinse. Well, seems like I got those windows too big. Probably. We'll work it. Doesn't have to be perfectly accurate. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah. I need to. You need to be a little bit accurate, though. My sloppy mess here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, the thing is, you kind of get it accurate to a certain extent because you gotta remember that's what also helps create the distance. If you have too big of windows or something like that in the background, then you lost that concept of distance. We'll get this fixed. I know it's a new House of Dragons on tonight. Huh. Might have to watch that. I've been watching the Games of Thrones. I'm one of the only guys on the planet that didn't watch Games of Thrones. And been watching it lately because I decided to get a membership to HBO Max. They better pay me for advertising them. Or they'll probably sue me. Cease and desist. There we go. Now we got it right. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da, dee-dee-dee-dee-dum-dum. A friend turning 40. I can't believe it. Time roars by, I'll tell you that one. always say to younger people, if you're going to do it, do it. Whatever you want to do it. Don't wait around. Hey, happy birthday, Merrick! Hopefully you don't get harassed again. Happy birthday, though. I always say you should celebrate a little bit, you know. There was something about turning 59 this year that bothered me. I normally don't really get that too much bothered with birthdays, but there was something about turning 59. I don't know what it was. And it was so interesting. I have four people I know, they're all 59, and they all said the same thing that I did. There was something about it. I think what it is, if you were going to have this glorious career, whatever you were going to do, it would have happened, you know? And I think that's part of it. But key is you keep doing things, you keep going at it. I keep up with the artwork, I keep doing my thing, you know, and, you know, you can sit there and curl up into a ball, or you could say hell with it, you know? Ah. Well, you and I, Mary, come from the same era, you know. I was pooping my diapers when Kennedy was assassinated. So, yeah. So I don't remember that. I think about my sister. She's 62. Eisenhower was president. Gosh. She's done well, though. She's done very well. Yep. That is sure for sure. Well, like I said, I've known as I kick the camera, I've had several friends already dead, you know, and you know, you know who Terry is, you know, Merrick, you know, he died this year, you know, and he's a year younger than me. I had one friend a couple of years ago. He died of a massive heart attack. He was only 48. So that, you know, there is something to be said about that. You know, hey, I'm still around. I mean, it sounds kind of depressing what I'm talking about, but you need to look at it. Yeah, it's like that. It's like, hey, I'm around. All these trees in here. There's a lot of truth to that. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, Merrick, there's not too many people I know who could ride a bicycle like you. God, I tell you what, it's 16 miles. I've seen you do 40 miles in one day. There's not too many people that do that. Get these all in here. This is at night, downtown Portland. They're going to be the food carts all in here. That's on, that whole stretch in there. You got Harvey Milk coming here. I forget is this Oak? Isn't this Oak? I think this is Oak. And it'll be all reflected. I was downtown. It was obviously, it just rained. Typical. It would be like late November, I think this was. I remember I saw an interview with Keanu Reeves, and they were asking him about that, and he says, my brain thinks I could do things, but my body knows better. Yeah. All right. Jeez, that hour is going by. Lickety split here. There's one of our fancy handy dandy lights here. Get that in there. We're gonna get all these trees in here because they're actually kind of part of the whole thing here. And that's all the way up to here. I'm gonna change brushes real quick. This is kind of for me to start thinking where everything's at. We kind of got the thing. I think they call it the High-Low Hotel now. I forget what building sits right behind it. In fact, I think I worked in that building at one time. And then we'll get all the lights going on this, and then we'll have the reflection coming down. But this street light is about there. Do 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 do. He's all in here. Every once in a while, like my dad, who's 87 and a half, he'll sit there and go, yeah, I forgot that I'm 87 and a half, and I threw out the back, or he's really stiff and sore. But yeah, like it or not. Remember they had the reindeer, man? It was kind of in here, tucked in here. I had the best sausages. Oh, God, they were good. But I can't believe what you're already seeing though. It's like there's this place called Moxie that is, they say food cart alley, and you look through the door, and there's no food carts in there. It's just like a cafeteria. It's like, oh, I don't want to see that happen to I'm gonna have to look carefully at my Oh, that's good. That's great. Whoa! Got my air raid siren going here. Yeah. I'm gonna have to adjust that just a bit. We're gonna have that little more over here. There we go. And on that note, people, I'm gonna have to call this good. We got a good start on the food carts here, so I think it has a good feeling to it already. There's all these trees, and we're gonna have all these trees in here, so blocking out most of that, but they don't have their leaves on, so you're gonna see the things. In fact, some of them already have the lights on the trees, which is actually I always love that. I'm glad they kind of keep them up for a longer period of time than just the holidays, because they're really cool. Makes it festive feeling downtown, you know. All right, we're gonna have cars all parked down here, and cars going down the street. Yeah. Yep. Let me get this. All righty. On that note, though, I'm going to have to say goodbye. So I'll be back on tomorrow at 8 p.m. and I'll probably be doing more work on this one. I got to spend the day painting the edges and getting wires on some of the paintings that I've already finished, because if I have that new bar decides to pick me up, I know I could probably put as many as 10 paintings up on those walls, because they're big walls. Big black walls are like ideal for showing artwork. So I'll get that done, and take care, stay healthy, stay safe. You know, once again, healthcare workers, thank you so much. And all those people keeping this economy going. We're getting through this, but thank you. Hope for peace and stuff like that. All the stuff that's going on, it's come on, people. You know, we can get along, you know, come on. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Whoa! Robust.